Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy, sing of the cities they saw, the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventures, Muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, here on Neon Lights Roleplay. I am Turk, or Turk Accented, if you're into that sort of thing. And I have the honor and privilege of being your GM for the evening. We have we got some stuff to get into, and we're very excited for you all to be here. Why don't we just kick it off and just start going around the horn, and please tell people who you are, who you're playing tonight, what path they walk, and what their favorite part about being on a boat is. Starting, of course, with the one who kicks us off in all things, Comrade Crash.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and he walks the path of the Vanished One. And I think Leo's favorite part of the ocean is just the endless sky, and just it goes on forever. It's just like how it used to be when he used to fly. Enough about reminiscing of old times. Let me pass it on over to Sir Heckalot.
That was so sweet. I love that. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here, I'm on your screen, and as per usual, I'm back with Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry bard who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. I want to say it's probably the breeze for her, just like the sea breeze, and has a very particular smell to it. It's just it's very different from being on land, and why I think she was, in some ways very happy to be back out on the water.
That sends us over all the way past a few of our missing members to Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legide, the High Elf Prophecy Cleric who walks a path of the Gifted One. I don't remember what the question was.
What's your favorite part about being on the sea?
That's a great question. Who knows?
It can be nothing, and she can hate being on the sea.
You're allowed to be unhappy. Legally, I cannot stop you.
I'm not unhappy, but I don't know if he has any particular thing that is her favorite.
That's
At
fair.
this current moment in time.
Okay. And
I'll move over to Cornell.
yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Cornell McGraw. I am playing Borghild Hullharn, the Amazonian ranger walking the path of the lost one. She's very lost. Why is she here? What the fuck? And her favorite part about being on a boat is that maybe a boat can take her home. But also, all the cool places you can fuck on a boat. So, that's where she's at.
I mean,
Back to you, Turk. Sorry for yelling.
no, you're good.
Ugh.
Hold that energy. Wide variety of responses here in our team. I always appreciate it. Yeah, that all being said, last we left our heroes, they were still on the island of the Lotus Eaters, or Scorpion Island, rather. Totally not mixing my actual Odyssey and Odyssey the Dragonlord stuff there. Anyway, saving Leo and a hunting party of Aborigine monks from an ambush of giant scorpions, they were able to have a big party, and some stuff happened, and it was cute, and some other stuff happened, and it was less cute, but also still good. There was much drinking, rejoicing, and debauchery, afterwards, we we got back on the boats. I mean, we kind of had this nice little bonding sesh, and then got back out to sailing with a small bit of conversation coming from a certain blue tiefling who has been added to your crew. But the new heading for our band of heroes is into the Forgotten Sea and towards the Garden of Helios, where perhaps a showdown of some sorts awaits. But that all being said, let's get right into it. As I hit some background music, you, by estimations of the... No, that one, that's too much. By estimations of the crew and from charting, it should take about, well, theoretically, 2 to 3 days. That is as you depart and begin making your way down away from the Scorpion Isles. But note that as you push out and further, the dark storm clouds spread across the horizon and powerful waves are crashing against the hull of your ship. Not to the point where it looks like this full storm is brewing, but rather that the area out here is just naturally more tempestuous. Sailing here through these angry waters might honestly at some point be counted amongst your labors, and I've neglected to update your fame tracker for now. I will tell you all, as a little thing for you all to check out in your handout section of your sheet, that you are now fame level 10.
Ooh.
So essentially, you're never going to have to pay for anything in a city ever again.
Nice.
That being said, the open waters are much less peaceful and calm and serene, and new estimates put it about 4 days travel to the Garden of Helios, given the inclement weather. But that's still a whole dang lot of time. On that first day, is there anything in particular that folks would like to do, or are we dedicating any time to projects? I know there was still some apples to be mashing into mead.
I can work on that.
Might take more than one person. As nice as it would be to have a one-man job, you are coring, mashing, cutting, and, you know...
Oh. I would rather just do the mashing.
Alright, we'll do... maybe an assembly line.
Because,
I'm
yeah,
not
like, I
very
imagine-
strong. Yeah, like if you can like
Oh.
stomp on the apples, that's fine. I can help core
They
them.
feel like the cranberry farmers.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I'm not wearing my sandals, so I'll be nice and clean toes.
Mm.
I don't
No
know
one's
if
allowed
that's
to.
better.
No one's allowed to visualize that without paying for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, you have to sub now. If you're thinking about it, chat, you have to sub.
I'm sorry, them's the breaks.
No feet
We're not
for
doing this
free.
for free.
No
I
feet
just-
for free. Gotta
True and
sub in
fair.
that shit.
That's
Oh
fair,
my God.
yeah. But,
Yeah, I suppose I can cut them. Well, peel them, rather. Do we even have the honey to make mead here?
oh, the thing is, these apples are so naturally sweet that they don't need the honey.
Ooh, some Honey Crisp apples.
So we're making cider.
Effectively.
Gotcha.
Let me just see, because I think I wrote this down, but I can also find it. As a reminder, these are the apples that are from the Golden Heart, and on eating them, you literally heal yourself. Though
Just
most
saying.
of them have gone and just become, typical apples.
Have we also made all of the olive oil? Of the olives that we got there?
Oh, I don't think you did. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, would you guys like to just spend the first 2 days just as the ship's rocking about, working on you just like this labor, I might not be counted amongst the great labors, but it'll still be very useful.
Sure.
I don't know. This is pretty great for a labor man. This is our equivalent of cleaning the stables.
Hmm.
Just never ends.
True.
While they're doing all that manual labor, I would like to attempt to seduce a god in my
Nice.
spare time.
Okay. What does that look like? How are you?
I need
how
you
you
to know,
handling this?
everyone, that there was a time in my life where I was a professional tuba player. I don't have game. I don't flirt well. I don't do that stuff because I was a band kid who also was in love with like Mormons. So like there was just never that learning curve for me like never happened. It was more like a flatline dead the entire time. So I don't know how as Courtney to flirt with a god, but I do love flirting with Turk on streams and making Turk slightly cringe and uncomfortable. It's fun for me.
Oh,
So-
I cringe.
I will do the most
Mhm.
to attempt to flirt with this sad deity who just doesn't know who he is right now. And I want to respect the fact that he's like, I'm trying not to be about all of it, but I want him to be about some of it. You know?
Hey, this is perfect revenge for all the times that Turk as Kira was hitting on Eliana. So here we are. You reap what you sow.
Fuck you mean I read what I said. I mean, what would you, how would you approach this? I mean, you know, he's usually on the oars or hanging out with the crew.
I'm just gonna bring him some apples that some people have already peeled and cut. I'm just gonna grab some of those. Just bring over some apples, bring a nice snack over to wherever he's rowing at.
Hey, you want some appy slices?
Yeah.
You
Everyone
approach
wants to have.
Tythor, god of battle, as they are taking a break from the oars, and what's this?
You look hungry.
Suppose so. I think mealtime's going to be soon.
Here, and I'm going to hand him an apple and eat slices of it as well.
Oh, thank you. I'll just take a big crunch out of it.
Oh, you can thank the other guys. They're the ones who actually cored it and peeled it and sliced it.
Oh, is that what they've been working on back there? I haven't really
I
paid
have
much
no
attention.
idea what they're doing. I think they're making juice.
Well, we did find that all those olives and the apples, those can both be pressed. So, do your people not have olives?
No.
Don't have apples?
No, those we do have, but they're different, and they're a lot more tart, and they're not as fun to chew.
Find that hard to believe. I like most apples.
There's such a big part of me that wanted to be like, what about these apples? But I'm not doing that because I know,
Why not, though?
I know that he would not be receptive to it.
Oh.
It might just be a bit too much. But I, as
We-
Courtney, had that thought.
We skipped the dialogue option. No.
Skip.
We hovered on it, but we did not press it.
Yeah, I was like, oh. Just stared at it a little bit, tapped my
Mhm.
fingers.
It's like a quick
No,
time event not to say it.
Yeah. I had to say it as Courtney, but
Mhm.
Borghild would.
I got you.
No, they're like small, like this big, almost like the size of cherries. And they taste kind of like shit. If shit were like really acidic.
I wouldn't know the first thing about what shit tastes like.
You've never looked at butthole?
Not an unclean one.
you're sure that every butthole that you've ever licked has been absolutely clean? Like, did they go directly and, like, wash everything down before you fucked? Because, I'm sorry, you're the god of battles. And, like, post-battle, like, somebody's gotta have a little bit of dookie by their butthole.
Well, it's possible. Usually, after a fight or something, I'd be well drunk, and I don't think that would. I mean, like, he's gonna look. The rest of the crew is like staring at you. Like, everyone around here is just looking at you because this is a very public area.
Not a single one of them. NPCs.
Usually, you clean that. Olive oils or other oils for lack of friction. I mean, what an odd conversation to be eating apples about.
I mean, you could have stranger.
I suppose so.
Question for you. On your holistic journey that you're on right now, about trying to be more than just the god of battle and drinking and stuff like that. I know these guys kind of, like, got you set on that journey, but if you're not the god of battle and all of these things, what are you the god of? Are you being replaced right now? Are you still of god tier, but just finding, like, a new job, new role? What are you doing right now?
I'm still the god of
this
battle.
comes across as weird, sorry. Gods don't hang out with us where I'm from because we kind of...
He's gonna stand up over you, like a good almost double your height. I'm still the god of battle and strength. Whoever told you I wasn't lied to you. The only thing preventing me from fighting those titans is the Oath of Peace. So that's what I am. Waiting. If I haven't been drinking, it's because I was a mess. To some degree, I still am a mess. But I'm working on that. Now, if you're done implying I'm not a god...
No, it's just the gods are weird here. They're very involved. We kind of, like, got rid of ours because we were stronger together, and we just kind of... I don't know, there's still people with, like, godlike powers, but they're not gods, you know? The level of respect and oaths here are just a little bit high-strung. For deities, and...
You should go speak with the Arenes, then.
Who's
See
that?
what happens. They're a sisterhood. They keep the oaths. Better yet, break one and they'll find you.
No. I am a big fan of following rules, actually. So that I won't be doing. Thank you for the offer, though. Question. When is the Oath of Peace fulfilled? Or are you eternally hamstrung by it?
Oath of Peace is ending in 44 days.
Like, no matter what?
I don't know. I mean, I think at some point...
Is there a way to prolong it? Is there a way to end it sooner if it's needed?
I mean, at some point, I imagine Phallus Kira were talking about this and making some kind of plan, but... Oh, I think I was on a bender. What was I with that point?
Sorry, what were their names again?
Kira and Phallus, my sisters. You don't... Why would you know them? We picked you. You're in the hold. You're writing it down.
If I don't write things down, I'll forget them.
Okay. Well. Alright then.
And this is a lot. There's been a lot happening here. And I still don't know what's going on 99% of the time. I just kind of look, and if Leo's fighting someone, I'm fighting someone. If Eliana's fighting somebody, I'm watching to see what happens and then fighting someone. You know?
Suppose so. Makes sense. I mean, I do have to give you credit. You were a stone not a week before this. But you...
Oh, right. Stone, not stoned. Because I was also that, too.
I don't know what to make of you.
We could get to know each other better.
I mean, I suppose you could ask me a few more questions.
What is your favorite thing to do in your free time?
I really have free time, but used to be drinking and whoring. Romancing, not really whoring. Partying. For the oath of peace. I like training. Still do, but a little different now. What about you? Do you just ask your questions, write them down, and...
I try to plot ways to go home. And I don't even know where home is. So that's pretty cool. To be honest, I don't know if I'm on a different planet. I don't know if it's just a different body of water, like I crossed too far across the sea. All I know is that I was in a shipwreck, I went unconscious, and then I woke up with the Amazons, and they were pretty rad. 10 out of 10 would party with them again, unless they are going to send me away to be turned to stone. In which case, 0 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, I do agree with you on that. That's why I got kicked off. The island. I'm
Forgot about that.
not allowed back on.
Why?
Oh, small bits of, too much work.
Too much work?
I have a large Amazonian branch of my family. And I was a drunken mess. I was myself. And I was apparently bad for the professionalism of the troops.
They are very diligent and regimented at times. But also, they like to turn up.
Yes.
You guys, really like to turn up. Because, I got fisted by a gnome while I was there. I don't know, what you could have done that possibly would have gone,
I'm sure whatever partying you had was very exceptional for a mortal.
Are you saying you know how to party better than mortals?
I've had 500 years of perfecting my drunken party ways. I think I throw a damn good party. Last time I was at, someone died and it didn't even kill the vibe. You guys were there.
Oh my god.
I kept an elite detachment of false Dragonlords, confused and drunk and high in whatever state I could get them to for like 4 days. I think I know a bit more about partying than just having gnomes in me.
How many gnomes have you had in you?
I don't know.
I need to write that down.
So, is there a reason for all these questions? Are you trying to get at something, or are you just...
I just want to know more about you, and to know that if I were to try to pursue intercourse with you, if that would take you off of the path that you're on for not partying and stuff like that, or sexcapating, or whatever it is, because I don't want to lead you down a path of not being righteous and whatever it is that you're doing, but I also have yet to sleep with a 12-foot god.
Do you need something worked out of your system? I'm trying to be helpful.
I do. It's for science, really.
Fair enough. Come on. And he just picks you up.
Ooh. Yay.
And that scene can fade to black. But,
Oh my god, she did it.
Good for her.
Yeah, do any of the rest of us see this?
I mean, if anyone is down on the lower docks, but I bet you that you're all like...
We'll hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to ignore. That is the god of strength.
Huh?
There's 30 strength in there.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh my. Oh my.
Though afterward he will ask, like, don't make a big show of this maybe in front of Threnos, okay? Don't say, oh, do that for me, alright?
Sorry, who is it that I'm not doing that in front of?
I mean, most people try not to be seen as a lout, but...
Oh, no, that's okay. I don't have to tell anyone.
I mean...
The science is for me. Really.
Well, alright then.
But
And
also, if you would like to try that again sometime, I can do...
This is all,
handstand.
like, cuddling as well. He's just...
Yep.
I mean, I'd love to see it. I mean, I'm ready to go again.
Jesus.
Check this out, and I'll do a naked handstand for him.
So we know how you're spending the rest of your day?
Yep.
Science.
And the rest of us are just doing manual labor.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun mashing your apples, fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
Someone else get in there, yeah. Anyway, I just feel like there's like that whole, like, we can kind of hear we're trying to, like, ignore, like, the elephant in the room, just, like, got, like, those, like, little lines underneath the eyes, like, careful, you got a nipple, Jesus Christ.
At some point, I may come out and grab another couple apples that you guys have already taken care of, because I'm hungry.
It didn't even happen.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is hardly a nunnery you're sailing here. People have been banging on this ship. Honestly, Pythor probably would have... This is probably not even the first person on the boat that Pythor's fucked.
Not by me. I just needed to know what a god felt like.
I'll say you're well educated, and then I'll ask if anyone else has anything else they'd like to do, because with the amount of work you will be able to accomplish in the day, you will get blessed olive oil.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me just make sure that's right. We'll call it and say you have about 6 blessed olive oils. If you go through all of this today. And as a reminder, using an amphora of this olive oil, you can bathe in it without your armor and spend 1 minute, kind of working it into you. You gain the same effects as Bless.
Ooh.
Very nice.
You just have to be like greased up all day?
No, I mean, olive oil isn't going to be greasy. It's more of a...
I've seen the olive oil fighting on Bachelorette, so...
There's a difference between that oil, which is meant to be slippery and slimy, and this olive oil, which in bathing practices is applied after you are washed down and dried, so your skin glows and is more nice and moisturized. Jesus Christ, the gifts I'm seeing right now. Anyway,
Yep.
that is day 1. Second day, waters are a little bit less rocky here. But the sun still rises. You're heading into what seems to be a more shallow area of the Forgotten Sea. Is there anything else anyone wants to do during this day specifically?
Yeah, if it's shallower, are there things like reefs and stuff around?
There's some reefs. Occasionally you might see a pod of dolphins.
The dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Some of the crew are doing what they can to fish over the side as you're kind of going at a slower rate, more carefully navigating in some areas.
I think Calliope will look for some cool shells.
Yeah. Would you like to make a perception check or something to?
Sure. Oh no, where'd my character sheet go? Hold on, pulling it back up because it just disappeared, I guess. I'll do a perception. 21.
Oh yeah, I mean you're able to find a good variety of shells here, and as you're sort of diving in and out of the water as the ship is coming in and around, you even see some. Oh gosh, I'm going to forget the names of them before I even. On smaller islands, you see kind of collections of what seem to be nymphs, and oceanid to be specific. They're mostly just relaxing. Them and Minids is what, not Minids. Jesus, sorry. There is a water nymph I'm completely forgetting the name of because there's Aurai, Nerids. All just about and around in this area. They seem very interested and perplexed in what you're doing all the way out here, but they won't necessarily approach.
Yeah. Okay, I won't actively go out of my way to approach them, but I'll give kind of a wave.
They'll wave back. Decide on something. But they'll start sort of, and you'll notice that as you're beginning to exit the reef, they've started to get a lot closer and closer. Just kind of watching and observing. Trying to find something. Oh no. And as you return to the ship, you're going to notice that on the back of the boat, which I'm forgetting my directions on it, of course, because my brain is full of garbage and bad
It's
things.
okay. I never remember either.
There seem to have been a variety of extra shells kind of wrapped around in a, like almost like a braid that were almost lassoed on, but like kept in a very ceremonial, not like leading down into the water. Ooh, they've infiltrated you. But it looks like they're just they're like, oh, cool. Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Your ship
that's
got
really
late.
sweet of them. Oh.
Anyone else? The day is passable. Because I got things that can spring on people.
I'm just hanging out with my child.
Yeah. Are you keeping that open and out, or are you just kind of like keeping it in a small container?
It would be out.
Whoa! Egg out.
Scandalous.
Scandalous. You're gonna hear a voice from behind wherever you're standing. Oh, give the little one some time outside of the little prison you've got him in there. Baby jail.
What do you mean a prison?
Oh, I just mean sometimes being full size and out in the open air might be good for the rascal.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm gestures too.
You turn and gesture, and it is absolutely Kira. You already knew.
Of course.
So, how are you getting on? Wonders of motherhood and all that.
I think all right. Not sure what this one needs to hatch. Like we thought about with Threnos and Leos.
I mean, Threnos still hasn't hatched, right? I feel like I've been keeping pretty close attention there.
As far as I've seen.
I mean,
Since
he has it up in that roost. I'm surprised he couldn't hear my brother last night.
I'm pretty sure everyone, including the dolphins and sea life, could hear everything going on. Pretty sure they heard them in Mitros.
Wow. Imagine my sister's blushing her weird extraterrestrial blush.
You sound jealous.
I mean, I wouldn't be so jealous if someone were more forward, but no, I'm not jealous. But I have been noticing something just a little bit recently, and I want to talk with you about it. It's going to sound very serious, because it is serious a little bit, but it's also not going to be, because I'm saying it. Mm-hmm. Is that okay? Do you not want... Okay, good. Yeah. You good?
I think so.
Yeah? I mean, I hear things and know things I probably shouldn't know, and I hear about dust-ups between my, the Chosen, and Oracle notwithstanding.
Sure, you're around every bend, writing in your book, coming up with verses.
Oh, I am friends with all the birds and the bees and everything between. Every blade of grass knows all of your secrets, and I listen to them all. That's why my hair's so full and luscious. But, for real. You're doing alright after all this?
I think I'm doing better. trying to come to terms with everything.
What's everything exactly? It's a very general word, everything. I mean, we're all dealing with everything.
With, my whole my past and the oath, prophecy, and she'll just like hold out the egg. Just this.
I mean, if it's too much, I can take it back.
No, I want to do this.
Good. That's why I chose to give it to you.
Can't think of anything to like rebuttal with that.
It's also why my sister, weird as she may look, chose to entrust you with some extra responsibility.
Like more than just this egg.
You know what I mean? Helping refound the order.
And a hardship and a half.
I just know it's a lot of weight, and well, it seemed like you had a conversation with a certain snake-haired lady, and not even the one that's trying to kill you. That was a bit, back and forth.
You were trying to kill me?
Do I have snakes in my hair? I know you don't want to look me in the eye, but I promise I'm not going to do so. I have no problem getting people rock hard, but that's a whole separate story.
Uh-huh. Of course.
I just really don't need one of the heroines in my tale having a sudden crisis of worth. I mean, sure, you can, reach that point of the journey and, whatever. I mean, it can be good stuff, but I'm trying to keep it light, so...
I appreciate it. I'm trying to come to terms with my worth. It's a slow process. I mean, think of... I'm sure you know someone who's lived a long time. 40 years having to deal with a specific emotion and it just gnawing at you, and you have to deal with it, confront it, and move past it.
I mean, sure, I've lived a long time. People I've dealt with stick with me. Probably more so than they should, and that's not healthy, but I'm going to skip right past that part that's going to stick in my brain and just focus back on you.
Why me?
Because I think you're pretty.
Is that it? Just looks?
Oh, totally just looks. I mean, really, I am just as superficial as my brother after his 30th goblet of wine.
Only 30?
I mean, frankly, it's just the good stuff, so...
Fair enough.
And his tolerance is always shit anyway. Sorry, do I have to start complimenting now, or am I actually allowed to begin romancing you? Because I thought we were just keeping it real nice and light, because, I can't get attached to anyone. I'm going to live for too long of a time. Oh!
Compliment doesn't hurt.
Well, I think. Well, in addition to having a very nice ass, I do think you have a brilliant mind. You care for the people around you more so than I think they realize. Even if you don't use your words to say it. I like the way your mind works. I like that you care. I like our little back and forths. It's fun for me. It's like hammering away at a rock. Sure, some might see it as repetitive, asinine work, but I like the process. It keeps me fit.
Speaking of back and forth, how are your verses coming for your inevitable battle against Calliope?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty sure when I'm done with her, you're gonna have to find a new siren, because she'll be naught but smoke on the sand.
Those are some awfully bold claims. She's been working pretty hard on her own.
I'm sure she has, and I haven't been worried one bit, because worrying is not within the realms of my domain as a goddess. That's my third cousin or whatever.
Oh, the third cousin.
Yeah, well, you know.
And where will this grandiose stage be set? Do you have a
Well,
plan for it?
naturally, in the theater of Mitros.
Naturally.
Naturally, the only place sufficient to have such an epic, sing-songy, poetic showdown. I'm working on incorporating some fireworks.
I wonder if the name is escaping me as a person.
Oh,
Vulcan.
Vulcan? Yeah.
I'm wondering if Vulcan can help me with that.
You think my own father would help me? I do have to think on that.
I mean, he'd probably grumpy and mumble about it, but
He's grumpy and mumbles, but still make sure everyone gets presents during the holidays. I know the way through my father's heart. I know exactly the right little pouty face to make and how to kick my shoes in the dust of his forge. Yeah, my sandals are very good at being just a little bit dusty. I mean, I think that's half the reason I'm here, is just to make sure he actually makes the things you all request of him, which you haven't done, I will note, which I'm sure he enjoys, but he's also probably a little annoyed that you haven't been able to help much.
true. It's the only issue really is the items on his list that he needs to craft certain things we haven't come across. I mean, one of them is a meteorite. Like, where do you just find one of those?
Well, I guess you just have to wish on a shooting star.
And hope you don't get completely impaled by it.
Tell you what, if I have within my power the ability to make a star fall from the sky in front of you, what would you give me?
Having someone pull a heavenly body straight out of the stars. Or me.
I mean, that's pretty godly work.
I'd have to think on it, because I'm not too sure. But I think I have an idea.
Well, alright. And then she, better think fast, and she reaches a hand up at the sky. Yeah! Nothing happens.
Oh, that's good, because probably not a good idea to do that to the ship.
Gotta give it time. In time. My powers take a long time to process. I need to reach all the way out there, you know?
Oh, yes, way, way out there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take at least 3 to 5 business weeks.
Weeks, I mean, oh, jeez, I hope not. Otherwise, I'd be rusty.
Well, you did pretty much save Mitros from what's his nuts. So.
What? Oh, how could I forget the mighty What's-His-Nuts? I mean, truly, our battle was legendary. I stormed onto his battleship and said unto him, "Die thee, what's his nuts? I and who's its face here will see you cast into the wherever you came from."
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, well, you know. I should know, I was there. This is gonna sound weird, but can I feel your egg?
It does sound weird, but I don't see why not.
And she's going to like just put a hand to it, and she gets this look of intensity, just holding, not your gaze, rather focusing just focusing, and she like holds your hand almost just to it. She doesn't even really breathe. She pulls her hand away. Talk to you later. And she just walks.
Was that just an excuse to hold my hand?
Oh, I don't need an excuse to do that. I just take your hand. Your putty and mine hands. You talk about hands so much. Makes it really hard to bring up other hand metaphors. You're easily shaped by my will.
I gotta really hand it to you. That was okay.
I am going to cut off your hands and wear them like a decorative headdress, and I will look fantastic, and you'll fall even further in love with me.
I don't know, that headdress doesn't sound very handy to have.
I think I look quite handsome.
I'm sure you get a round of applause for it, at least.
Yeah, at least a diadem. Anyway.
You're welcome back. I can feel your pain.
It hurts me.
Anyway, is there anything else anyone would like to do? Point of order that I think would be present in your minds as characters, but might have slipped them. You are still owed a clockwork creation from your friendly neighborhood Jenkin. And one of you is down a companion.
I wonder who it is.
We got the blanks up on the board. Would anyone like to spin that wheel? Or do we have any guesses?
Or
Take
who
the
might
answer.
have a metal companion.
Take the answer in the form of a question. Oh, yes. You are muted by, it said, it's me.
I said, "It's me, bitch."
It's not the form of a question, but I cannot argue with that is absolutely correct. Number one answer. If you'd like, you can ask Steros to craft you repair the parts of your companion, Aldwin.
Yeah, or our little tinkerer friend, who I can't remember the name of right now.
Oh, Oath.
Yeah, Oath.
If you'd like,
I will
I can
ask
start.
both of them for help. I know how to craft it technically, but it's broken.
Mm-hmm. You could also spend this time doing it, but using Steros and Oath on it, I am due for upgrading some of your companions anyway. So perhaps even your mechanical friend might get a little boost with some outer tech and the abilities of a Jenkin.
Ooh. I would love to be able to blast them. Blast them. Right now, my owl is very sad. Because
very
I don't know how to level it up.
They're very sad because they don't exist as a physical form.
No, and they don't level up really
They don't
well.
level up. That's fair.
They go...
That being said, is there anything else anyone would like to do? Because otherwise, the night will begin to dawn on your ship. Anything from Leo? Hang out with your dragon?
Yeah, I think hanging out with Dragon.
I hate to put you on the spot, and I don't need a soliloquy, but I mean, you have a new dragon in Nikia, and they're very sweet. Oh no.
Died.
I died?
No, you died.
We lost Comrade for a second. He's frozen.
No.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine on my screen.
Oh.
But you have Nikia. What is your like care process for Nikia like?
I think it after our last battle where they got downed and almost killed. I think it's been, hey, I'm being a bad parent to you, and I think he is switching from, oh no, they can do whatever, to, hey, let's maybe not fly around, maybe let's stay on the ground somewhere safe, and oh no, it's starting to rain, let's go inside. And just being, overprotective right now, and just giving them baths, and
You just noticed that their capacity for language has increased rapidly. Though the communication is in Draconic, which you're able to understand as you are bound to them. You can communicate with each other very easily. I have to double check the exact properties of the oath. I don't believe you immediately share all languages, but you are able to kind of begin speaking. And if you're like, I'm gonna do my best little kid voice, but I'm on the spot for this, so no judgment. I'll absolutely be doing this a billion different ways. But like, I don't come inside. It's so nice in the rain and the thunder.
well, no, you might get struck. You better be
I
safe.
get struck. Be safe. We have bad guys to fight. Come on.
Well, yeah, no. Bad guys will come later, all right? First, you need to eat some din-din.
I'd rather eat some bad guys.
No, they taste fooey, gross. Blah.
Bleh. I don't know. Bleh might be good. I haven't had bleh yet.
No. I think, yeah, he'll like pull something like dry meat from out of his bags, like, look at this. This is better than blah.
And Labs will just crash into you, that awkward sort of like attempting to land and just kind of clatter onto it and take it out of your hand. They've definitely been growing quite rapidly, to from a wormling to the not young dragon, of course, but still it's medium size.
Yeah,
more
so like I
properly.
try to catch them and it just like basically knocks me down. Oh, you're putting on some pounds there.
I'm good. I need to be big to fight the bad guys. That's
Yes.
what we're doing, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
in due time.
When?
When you have a loud roar.
A really loud roar.
And he does give a if your Godzilla lore is deep, a sort of Manila type screech.
Oh, nice. And then I haven't done this since the beginning, I think. I've only used my roar a long time ago.
It's been a bit.
Yeah. What did I have to do? I just have to just... Okay, yeah, I just channel my divinity.
Yeah, you do channel divinity and you
And then I
roar
just...
the dragon.
Yeah. Now, yeah, do a huge roar.
Whoa. I'd be scared if I didn't know you were my buddy.
Of course, I just wanted to show you.
Good.
But you'll get your roar that big someday.
Good. Then we can scare all the bad guys away from our friends.
Exactly.
Yeah. Though I am hungry now.
Yeah, me too. Let's go find something to eat.
Yeah. To make sure all our friends ate too.
Yes, of course.
We can barge in on them and say, "Have you eaten?" And then we roar at them.
No. I've learned not to barge in, to knock.
But sometimes I barge in and the sailors and other folks are roaring. I think they're practicing roaring, and so I go and check on them so I can roar too, and they seem very scared. And also they're naked. I don't know why. Normally they're wearing all their armor and stuff.
Yeah, see, this is why we knock. We don't know what they're doing with their roars, between each other. But yeah.
Okay.
We leave them, to their roar in peace.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Everyone's doing their roaring practice in private because they're a little embarrassed it's not as good as ours.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason.
Yeah. I mean, they're not trying very hard.
Borg is getting there. Anyways, let's go find the cook.
I just lost some I cramped. Okay, sorry.
That happened.
So, second day passes on the open sea. Still in a lower part of the ocean, you're passing a number of islands on the sides in the distance. Some you've actually explored. You do recognize Thylea. Not Thylea, obviously you recognize Thylea. You recognize Themis, kind of off to the distance as you navigate around the rocks here. But sailing on, I think as this night ends, would be a good time to take our first break. So stick with us. We're gonna all take a moment to take care of ourselves, and I think you all should do the same. So thank you so much for sticking with us thus far. We are going to be right back after a few little self-care stuff. So that being said, thank you all so much for joining us thus far. We'll see you in a bit. Michelle. Welcome back, I hope.
We made it. It's fine.
We made it. We survived. Fantastic. Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you've taken care of yourself. If you haven't, do better. To yourself. Or in general. I don't know. I'm not your dad. Could be. I don't know. That all being said, we left our heroes in a calm and pleasant second day of travel toward the Garden of Helios. As you go to sleep that night, I do actually want to touch on something because I do have a pretty juicy question I've thought of as I was, refilling my water. We'll call it water. Calliope, you are potentially heading towards quite a significant event. The recollision with the sun god, or at least an adherent to something that shared a symbology with the sun god that was so critical to your past. Now, I must know, not just as your GM, but as an ardent fan of your stories, what is going through your head as you know that within 2 days' time, 42 days of the Oath of Peace remain, put in the back of your head there, you might finally get answers clarity, revenge, all the above. And all apparently with the option to utilize a gift from Lutheria to accomplish it.
See, that wand definitely threw more of a wrench into things than there already were. Calliope definitely has this kind of calmer exterior. I mean, she went out and looked for shells yesterday. You know, like, that's all that she was doing. But on the inside, I think there are, like, just these multiple facets of emotions and thoughts going through her head. There are parts of her, I think, reliving what happened leading up to this, which is terrifying. There's fear of that, you know, of that memory, but also there's fear of this happening again with people that she cares about again. And she tries to, I guess, push that away, and there's no time or space for that fear right now. There's only time to be angry about it. There's definitely this attitude of anger about it. And now she's been given this tool that might help, but considering the source of it, there's oddly this little bit of pride, maybe? I'm not sure if it's pride, if that's the best word, but like, oh, I don't know if I want to use this now, you know? If someone that has caused so many twisted things to happen throughout our, you know, adventure as a group. So there's a lot of complication in there. And there's probably subtle signs that Calliope has absent-mindedly been showing, but trying to hide, if, you know, people look really, really closely.
I would say majority of the crew understand that being saddled with the weight of the land itself might be cause a bit of stoicism or other eccentricities in the Chosen. And so interactions amongst the regular members of your crew might be a bit stilted. Just look at all of you honestly for like a second, like step back from who you are as characters and be like, would I interact with this person normally? If I was like rowing a boat for 3/4 of the day and then someone came up to me and like was just like blatantly like, yes, I'm trying to have sex with you and I don't know if you're a god or not. Like, would that be a normal conversation for anyone here? There's a lot of like,
Yes.
we inhabit a space as adventurers in this system, and I think for the people around you, you are building a myth. But for those who experience it in person, it's going to kind of be like almost Rosencrantz or Guildenstern sort of situation. I'm positive there's 2 crew members who are exactly like that, because I've made it so just now, who are cataloging all the weird eccentricities and things you do while having their own little misadventures around the ship. But I don't think anyone would directly have confronted you, at least within those 2 days, because you pretty much hit the ship and started going after hitting a direction. But the second night, you dream, as you're wont to do. And you are back in the sky amongst your people, high and flying in the clouds, happy. Because you must be. That is how sirens take to the air. When it's time, you and some other hunters, as you're young, dive down and snatch at fish that are plenty in the ocean near your home. And soaring back up, there's springs of laughter, of joy, of camaraderie. And it's only then you feel the weight on your heart as you look at these people, those you have not seen in so many years now. Pain you feel is quite literally a rock as the wind seems to leave your wings, and you turn to your companions and they don't seem to notice as you're falling and falling, ever reaching closer to the sea. A deep, dark thing now, no longer brimming with the close tidal waters, but now a deep abyss. As you plunge down, you can't help but open your eyes in shock after breaking through the surface. And below you feel death and pain. And it would be isolating if it wasn't the same sort of pain that you had felt in this moment that you feel here and now. And while voices call to you from down below, you know your tribe, your group is still up in the skies. Which way can we go?
I think she's gonna try to get back up to the surface.
You push and fight through the rock of the waves as ancient voices seem to call you down deep below, and you push and eventually bursting through that. Sky is on fire. And as it's always been, it seems. Where your people are, there is naught but cinder and ash, and a flash of gold. And that symbol that seems to hang there, like it's almost made of what remains. And that's when you wake up in the middle of the night in a jolt. The rest of the night you find difficulty in sleep. If you want to make me a sort of wisdom check or save of sorts to try and force yourself to think on other things, or if you think something else might be applicable in this situation. Otherwise, you will find no rest here. As the intensity and tension have wound itself into you. And
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to roll a wisdom save.
okay. Making that save.
12.
Sleep is not impossible, but it's difficult. You're going to be at one level of exhaustion for the next day. But you do find some small glimpses of recuperation, of rest. At the very least, your body is allowed to swing ambiently, and the fatigue from the day's work trips off your bones, but you're fairly conscious through all of it. And perhaps to your benefit, as the next day's sun dawns, to you all too apparently, there are calls from the top of the ship. the benefits of having a ghostly pirate captain. He's not like a pirate technically. A ghostly sailor captain, shall we say, to be kind to Captain Menestokos. That there are difficult rocks ahead. Crew to your stations. Which seems very out of place and almost like perhaps the ship might be in some danger. But all of you are now aware of this. What do you do?
We run up to our stations.
Yep, up to deck.
Up and at 'em.
All right. It seems like as you're coming out of these more shallower waters, and I say shallow very generously, the fact that you can see the bottom in a very much more clear sea, even as it's choppy and wavy, is nothing to, scoff at. It's much too deep for just a regular person to dive down, even at this depth. But ahead of you, you do see what looks to be a variety of craggy rocks. Even another ship has wound itself up onto them. An only very narrow gap lays ahead. It's going to take a great amount of precision and effort to ensure that the Ultros clears through and does not become stuck. So, why don't you all let me know how you are going about getting to it?
I think that Calliope is. This might be such a stupid idea. But I think that Calliope would start conjuring a water elemental to maybe be able to push things in the right direction. Very akin to control water, but an elemental is doing it instead.
Mm-hmm. I'd love for you to make your perception check as well as you're doing that, and I'll give you the roll after everyone else has told me what they're doing. We'll kind of move things forward a bit because you can kind of just cool. I'll keep that in mind. Hey, everyone else, is anyone else doing anything in particular?
I guess I could. Can the captain steer? Right?
Yeah, Captain Menestokos is great at steering.
Okay, then yeah, I will not interfere with that. Because I know rowing might not help when we're trying to not mess up our oars. Maybe just setting up the sails and stuff, making sure they're all secure.
Mm-hmm. Going to the sails, sounds good.
Yep.
Anyone else? Everyone else just going to the rigging and keeping things in check, rallying the crew, etc.
I am here for Team Rally the Crew.
All right, getting everyone out of
I'm
the
here
beds.
for rigging.
All right. So I'll say, you are able to get an initial grab between the two of you and make sure that you get a full sail for maneuverability. And at your points in the rigging, you're also able to kind of, as the crew begins to fill in and take on the ropes, you can help get Menestokos into a position where you believe you all should be able to clear the rocks. Calliope, this is something that you're able to pick up with a musical ear just above the... Thank you, music. That was enough from you. Hello. Just above the sort of din is almost a light, drum of something, and the ship is able enough very easily to clear the rocks. You find a very near path that just seems to barely be perfect enough for you guys to scrape through as Menestokos turns the wheel hard to send the rear of the ship shifting just in time. And that is when the other ship seems to throw a variety of ropes and tows out towards you very quickly and begin hauling as the sound of that light musical strum begins to louden in the ears of those who are of the one who is aware to it, Calliope. And The rest of you watch as the rocks around you seem to fizzle and pop and fade. Illusory terrain revealed, and a very imposing ship that some of you remember from the port of Mitros lowers itself almost practically on top of you all as you hear from on board that vessel, and I'll allow you guys to begin assembling yourselves as need be. Before I reveal what all the baddies are up to, here is what you are dealing with, as I actually put this on the map player. There we go. Yeah. Surrender your purses and give up and lay down all arms. Otherwise, note here, the southern wind will take you all. To which you'll hear from below the deck. You fucking called yourself what? That's Kira's voice, for the record. I know I'm not very good distinguishing, but I'm hoping.
They just called themselves the Fought.
I heard it. It's true.
Is mine? And as Kira is like up on the deck now, as you guys can begin assembling yourselves in your group. Hopefully, if anyone needs extra controller or something, let me know.
I need to exist on the map.
Oh, you do need to exist on the map. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, also gonna need a water elemental on there.
Oh, well, I use me.
I'm gonna need a water element. Just push your glasses.
Actually,
What do you like, special or something?
Yes.
I might have an instrument that allows me to do that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's on my character sheet.
It's on my character sheet. All right. There's the water elemental. Let me make sure. You should be able to control that.
Perfect. I can't control it, but that's okay.
All right. Cool. Edited and controlled by
there we go.
you.
Perfect.
Cool. You'll hear Kira pipe up. No. I was Nodia. You're just nothing but a no good imposter. Oh, aren't you testy? Who's got the instrument though, love? And Captain, I think it's time we kill these imposters, or at the very least round up as many as we can. Our Lady needs them. And I need y'all to roll initiative as...
I'm gonna look over at Kira like, were you a pirate?
There's a story there.
As you see a number of folk, including a very rough-looking pirate captain, but most notably of all... where are you? There you are. Notia, the Southern Wind. Hide your oats, the scoundrel of the Southern Sea.
Hide your oats.
How dare you use alliteration?
She is a poetess, is she not?
Clearly not.
Oh, wait. Okay. Cool. I also have a bunch of character sheets to do, so you'll have to bear with me.
Stairs.
As
Wow,
an
I'm
entire...
really great for the NPCs, y'all. It's not for me.
Nice.
This, so I know which ones I have a turn with. Okay, and turn. Badoop. Alright, is everyone in?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go through and see if we're missing anybody. We are missing a Nessa. Anyone want to take over for Nessa?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Nessa said she wasn't gonna be a combatant when we grabbed her.
I mean, she doesn't want to fight, but she absolutely can.
Well, she was all about that good vibes, man.
I mean, look, I'm just asking if you want this companion on your side or not. That's all I'm asking.
I'm already controlling 2 NPCs, please, y'all.
Yeah, I'll grab her.
Okay.
All right, please add return.
I could try, but I don't know none of these people.
Controllable. Leo, is Nikia in this battle?
No.
No? All right.
Yeah. Yes, I tricked them into the room. It's like, hey, let's play hide and go seek. You hide in here, and then I'll come seek you in maybe 10 to 15 minutes. All right?
An excellent
And
trick.
And I run upstairs, and me and Bobog will take these guys on.
The hell?
Okay. So at the start of her turn, Nocia is going to get up to the side here and motion for everyone to march forward as her turn, which will be the bandits of the high seas. They have 30 feet, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Sorry, I have like 30.
Hey, guess what you did?
guys.
Guess what you
Yeah.
did? Guess what you did?
Oh no!
Well, one of the like 10 million on that ship has to come into range eventually.
So yeah, one of them's going to go.
21 absolutely connects on this bandit.
Cool. 9.
9 damage. Okay, not feeling good, but not dead yet.
Oh, just you wait.
They'll double move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Sorry. 5, 10, 50, 20, 30, 35. Okay.
Kirk did this to himself. Do
I didn't.
let him fool you about crying about having to move 50 fucking NPCs.
I'm working on it. I have a big mass of guys. Some of them get to actually attack
Freezing.
next turn. I mean, no. That's just... Okay. So those barbarians who did not move on the ship are going to load light crossbows and are going to attempt to fire onto Bullbug. So here comes that attack. 20, 16, and a natural 1. As that one forgot to load.
Yeah, 16 should hit.
Okay, 17 as well. Yeah, Bullbug's got 16. So this will be 8, 5, and 4, 17 damage to Bullbug from those. And then 2 of them are going to take scimitar attacks. Eliana, a 20 and 17.
The 20 hits.
Okay, that'll be 4 slashing damage. And then one of them is going to take a scimitar attack at the water elemental. That will be a natural 20 and a natural 1. Good combo there. So the natural 20 will be 7 slashing damage. Fear me, I am very powerful. And the rest double move to get where they are. So that will be them, which brings us to Borghild.
Hello, it's me. I am going to let out a happy little Amazonian battle cry to go into a frenzy. And I'm so grateful. Are these humanoids that are up here?
Yeah, they're all humanoid.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh no, I did something. How do I fix it?
What'd you do?
Don't worry, I know how to use Roll20, everyone. I'm just gonna scoot up here. And then I am going to shoot at this person right here. This is one of them, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna throw 2 chakram at him. Them. Her.
Hit them.
Beloved.
Let's just say them.
I'm gonna throw a chakram at them. And with that, everyone in a 10-foot radius around them will have to make a dexterity saving throw of 16.
That's if you hit.
If I hit. But I get to roll with advantage, so this is gonna take a second. I don't know how to really use Roll20.
Oh, just hit the attack button, or just roll 2d20 if you want. Oh, well, 17 or 20. Yeah. That'll absolutely connect. And 26 will also connect. So roll me 2 damage, two hits on the first one. And then I'll start rolling up a whole bunch of deck saves.
And then let me just double check. Because with the Amazonian battle cry... Okay, no. And then they all make their happy little DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Hey. Well, I, for some reason, forgot you were a chaff killer. Anyway, that is going to be 23 damage to the Barbarian Paragon. But death.
Jesus.
Death. Double checking.
Wait, did you delete their leader?
Oh, seemed to puff into a cloud of smoke.
Oh. What happened to the fart lady? And I will end my turn in defense mode.
Okay. That all being as it is, Steros the Jenkan is up.
Okay. So anyway, I started blasting. I was like, what does Chrissy say that Steros does? I don't even remember.
Pew pews. Does he pew pew? Is that?
No, it's like I fuck or something like that.
I blast.
Something like that. Yeah, but he's gonna do 3 of those. Just like down the line as we go. Just gonna keep targeting one until it dies, and then go to the next one. Basically.
Okay. Can you roll above a 12?
Okay. Yeah, I just have to roll. Okay. 18
Yeah. Roll damage.
for 7 fire damage.
Still alive.
Okay. There's a 13 hit.
Yes. You're being a 12.
Oh my god. For 6 fire damage.
Death.
Okay, last one. 15 for 6.
15 for 6. Absolutely will connect.
Perfect.
Is that all from Steros the Jenkan?
Yep, that's what he's gonna do.
Will cackle maniacally, blasting all these people, because now it's
Yes.
full on.
Alright, he's gonna attack with his hooves.
Oh,
Because there's one in his range.
that's true.
16
Whoa.
for 8 bludgeoning damage. Look at him go.
He did it.
He clobbers this fella and will absolutely connect a second time.
Stomp that
For
bitch!
6.
Hold on!
Just stomps all over him.
Yeah.
He got hit full on.
Hey.
Ooh.
And then, you know what? We're just gonna have him move up a little bit. Why not? We're gonna go up there. We're gonna make a line.
Aggro full on? Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's totally not cool, man.
Major party foul! Crashing our party, dude! Anyway.
First there were boulders, and there were not boulders.
I feel like you're messing with my head, and that's not cool. Anyway, Ileana Legide.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I do best.
You gonna summon and ruin my day?
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna upcast it to make it even better.
Oh my god.
Not the paper shredder of people!
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
The bug
Okay.
zapper. Ooh, that was a good roll too.
Ah, the bugs are back. Okay, so I need some wisdom saves, I suppose, for you. Alright, wow, one of them rolled a 19. I'm having this marked as the red guy is going to succeed at these things.
Oh no, it's pirate number 4.
Pirate number 4, he's back. The other one will die. But the other one than that will be half of 17 is 18 is 9, so still barely alive.
Good, as I'm gonna start stepping forward.
No! Oh yeah, I gotta roll for this guy too. He is not gonna make it, so he'll take that 17 radiant damage as well. As he hasn't got a chance to have his turn yet. Alright, anyway, you're up.
I don't think I got any cool bonus actions right now. And he's in my way. I can't get forward. What a bastard. So let me just kind of go down here, make sure I get these other fine gentlemen in my sphere of not greatness for that.
Okay. Great. On the start of their turn, they'll have that. Which is, speaking of which, he's on the start of his turn now, this big guy. So he's got to make a new wisdom save. Does not make it. But he will begin raging. So he'll take that first. And then go into a rage. So he's angry. And you're close. So he is going to swing at you as he jumps down here onto the actual ship proper. Once recklessly. Actually, he's just going to do both recklessly because that just makes more sense. Because that's how it works. Wow. 16 and a 26.
26 will hit.
All right. Please take 9 slashing damage. But then he's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and then get up in over here by Borkild.
Does he have the speed? Because he is in. He does have to use double movement while he's in the Spirit Guardian.
He does have quite a bit of movement. Let me see. Okay. So 20, 10, 20, 30, just 30, 35, 40. Yeah, he can get here. So he'll go here.
Go away.
No. But that is his turn, which brings us to Bulbug.
Awesome. Okay, I had to make sure these guys were actually still alive.
They are still alive somehow. They have not, because they haven't got hit by the fly swatter yet.
Nice. He's gonna.
Oh, it's coming.
It's gonna happen.
Honey, you got a storm brewing.
Honey, there's a
He's
big
gonna
storm. Multi-attack. Oh no! They have a family, presumably. 19 will absolutely connect.
Cool. And then.
If you just click attack, you should.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is. That's just death. That is just, if you've ever seen somebody have receive an axe at the rib and have it stop only because it is stuck on someone's spine. Now you have.
And he's gonna attack the other guy.
If you consider. No, but yes, that will also connect.
Okay.
29!
Holy shit.
I think
What's 2 12s?
That is a max.
He takes the other guy's body's
No.
away axe, twists it up, and just kind of bisects another person. He's a scientific
As you do.
oddity.
Cleaved in twain.
There is cleaved in twain, and I'm pretty sure if this guy has a soul in the afterlife, it is also cut in half.
Yeah, it's honestly like violence on level of invincible. I feel like I'm just smashing someone at that point.
It just hits, and that's the side of the axe that wasn't perfectly sharp. It just smushes. It's just splatter. It's just gore everywhere. It's like if Bulbug was a squeamish person, if anyone on this ship is squeamish about blood, I assure you, you're gonna have a bad day. You just watched up. There's a bunch of dead people on your boat already. Anyway.
I'm so glad that I don't live in a time period where warfare is this close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People used to get up on hills and watch this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's his turn. I think stunned.
What?
It's like, I expected more of a challenge.
Challenge, fuck you.
You don't say that if you Chris will get you.
Okay. First druid is gonna go and I actually wonder. I was like, got this whole new thing from Roll20 where it's like, oh, one of our things, you can add magical VFX effects. But anyway, I'm going to just do this on the map level because it'll be easier. Is going to entangle onto the ship, 20-foot range, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Just green, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, wait. 5, 10, and then 10 this way. So all throughout this circle of sorts, if you're in one of here... Good, there.
Good job.
Thank
It
you.
looks great.
I'm an artiste. That is sprouting up with growth. Whoop, I'm still drawing. Get out of here, you. Let me see what other things they have in their way. One of them is going to get to the side here and hurl some fire at Folon. That's a natural 20
No!
for 11 fire damage. Ping him in the side of the head.
How dare you? Not cool, man.
Really not cool, actually. It's very rude of him. And then the other is also going to hit with an entangle. Watch as I make the smartest move of my career. Actually, I cannot. Oh my god, I'm a dummy. I thought I could like copy paste, but I must freehand yet again. As they are similarly just going to entangle another circular area here. So I'm an artiste. Anyway, big entanglement energy going on. Calliope, you're up.
Alright, cool. I'm entangled. How do I get out?
So you can make a strength saving throw. Also, actually, I need that from everybody at the start as they cast this.
Oh, okay.
So anyone who's in the green, please make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
13,
no.
you're good.
Okay.
16, you're good. 18, you're good. Oh, but anything from being from the level of exhaustion?
Not for saves.
That's
It's
not
just
for
checks
saves.
right
Yeah,
now.
that's just checks. Good. You're good.
Also, water elemental. 16, not bad.
16 is good. Anyone who hasn't saved yet, I think we're all set. So, all good there. Everyone passed. So, it is just difficult terrain where you're at.
Oh, okay. So, like, I can just walk out, like, here and be fine.
I mean, yeah, you good.
Okay, okay, that's 5, 10,
Actually,
15.
stop right there really quick.
Oh, okay.
Because I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool! Oh, no. 20.
Ooh. Alright. So, as you step away, you're gonna have a hand come on your shoulder, and someone's like, "Hey, girly, can I interest you in like a quick brief team up?" As she whispers some dark ancient rhyme into your ear, she attempts to take a hold of your mind, but you shake it off as Crown of Madness does not settle onto you.
Gross. Hate
Hey,
that.
girly.
What?
Hey,
Oh my
girly.
gosh! Notia of the Southern Wind
She's right
is on
there.
the ship! Wow!
Oh my god.
Wow!
Wow.
She's full of trickery.
Damn. Okay. That changes what I might want to do.
I sure hope so.
Uh-huh.
What's the vibe? What's the story? What's the
Uh-huh.
saga?
Uh-huh. I mean, do we know her name?
She announced it pretty clearly.
Okay. Great.
But she's also known as Fart. Because of how she introduced herself. Southern Wind.
How do you pronounce it again?
Notia.
No shit.
It should be like
Yeah.
Notice.
Probably, like, you know, now that she's gotten a step or so away, it's gonna turn around and honestly, like, with the most deadpan face, like, Calliope's not having a great time right now, y'all. So it's like, seriously, the most deadpan face and tone. she's just gonna say, "Nice try, Notia." And using her name, she's gonna cast Roll with him Psychic Lance. I need an intelligence save, please.
They're so good at this. 13.
That definitely fails. So let me roll the stuff. She's also gonna be incapacitated for the next round. 26 psychic damage.
Well, have you considered that is rude, actually?
Tried to crown of madness me. I don't want to hear shit.
Okay, so it's 26.
Like knows like, and now that she tried to do that, Clancy's like, oh, I know exactly what she's about, and she's gonna pay for it.
All right. You watch as Notia, the Southern Wind, goes like stock-kneed and just kind of stares at you as her eyes wide as she can't seem to do anything. Is that your turn?
How many feet was that to IO 15?
You went 10, 15, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go 20, 25. I'm gonna go 30. Right there. Right on the edge of that other entanglement blob. And
well,
yeah. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay. In that case, I hope you're ready for more action because it's the water elemental's turn.
Yeah, it's water elemental time. And I do have a question because, well, it passed the save, so it's only difficult terrain, but also it only the water form on this, and I can put it in chat. It can enter a hostile creature's base and stop there. It can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing. So, like, is it really difficult for water to move through this?
Emotionally, maybe, but physically, no. I don't imagine so.
Okay.
Because that sounds cool as hell to have just this.
Yeah, it's just like like we can
I'm here
play
to
it
move
out
and
like
groove.
that. It's
I
just
mean-
gonna stop the inevitable of its getting over onto the boat.
I mean, it might stop the edible from happening too.
The edible for sure. Okay, so yeah, we can move 30 feet.
No, it's just 30 feet, 30 feet. Sure, why
30
not?
feet.
Where's it
Yeah, you
going?
gotta move
Where's
on
that little
onto the boat.
rapscallion getting off to? Oh no. Oh no.
He's on the boat now,
Oh, no.
and he would like to use his whelm ability. I actually haven't been able to use this in the elemental before, so I'm really excited. So each creature in the elemental's like area, so these like 2 right here, we'll say at least, they need to make a strength save.
Sorry, in what area? Just like the all around it?
It just says each creature in the elemental space, so like I can go like on top of the guys if you really want me to. But
I would, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just so I know which guys to make saves for.
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
Like that.
I'll do 2 strength saves, 16 and an 8.
Okay. The 16 will actually make it. The 8 will not. Let's see. So it doesn't say that. Oh, if the saving throw is successful, the target is pushed out of the elemental space. So depending on whichever one you want to make that, it might fall off the boat. I don't know.
I'll give it a good old 50-50.
Okay.
Here, I'll do evens or odds. They go off the boat. What do you want to call it?
Odds.
It's odds.
Off the boat you
Off
go.
the boat and into the water.
Alright, goodbye. The other one is gonna take some bludgeoning damage.
No, that
16.
one's just gonna turn into a.
I don't know why
pulp
it's
of a
going to
person.
like to GM only too, but yeah.
Oh, it's probably because I set most of my NPCs to GM only. But
Oh,
as
okay.
long as you can see it and I can see it,
Yeah,
it's all good.
it's fine.
It's 16, yeah. 4 and 8 plus 4 is 16, and that's death for a
Oh,
bandit.
okay. This like didn't even get a chance to just sit there and be restrained, but this is cool.
Oh
Alright.
no, don't worry.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's the elemental's turn.
Leo, you're up. Would you like to join the steamroll?
Yes. Is Natia still here?
Yeah, she's just standing there where Calliope once stood, just kind of like wide-eyed.
Okay. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna rush in and do some quick attacks.
Sure. Strike swiftly, my friend.
All right.
11 won't quite cut it, unfortunately.
Cool. I will attack again. There we go.
18 also
Nice.
won't quite cut it.
Oh no!
You swing and swipe at where you swear she is, but it's like you just seem like you just passed through kind of a very tight-packed illusion of her. Like,
Damn.
you can note immediately that she is an Oceanid. They are very tricksy fae.
Okay. Yeah. I think that is my turn for now.
Okay. It is Notia. She can do nothing. Nessa.
Yes. Oh, hey, she didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, she's got the reach.
She's got a pike.
Nice.
Is it 20 hit?
20 will not hit.
What the fuck?
Again, she stabs at what is certainly the heart, but then finds, like, weirdly enough, that was just illusion, and Nessa's sort of just, like, stock still, just swaying.
Alright,
Very close.
Time to clobber her, I guess, with hooves. A 24.
Absolutely. Give me some damage.
I'm trying.
Oh, I can click attack for you if you're having any difficulty. Oh, wow, we rolled the same damage, 15. Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it seems just throwing a medley of attacks at her is a good way to do it, because clearing that whole space, Nessa is able to get a good amount of clobbering in there. Oh, sorry, the Mind Lance, Psychic Lance, rather. Does that require a save at the end of their turn?
No, I think it's just
Till the
for
end of
the
their turn.
round.
Yeah, it's a
Fine.
one
It's
turn
a-
incapacitated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, as rather than being confused as Nessa goes in to move, Notia will have like blocked and seem to have that illusory block will have disappeared, but clobbering will just pelt in on them. The bandits go, which means I need one save from my sweet living boy. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm keeping you around because you're the turn tracker. But the others, they're gonna make a Constitution save. Wow! I cannot believe I rolled a natural one. Anyway, that's death. This one's gonna be very, very brave, everybody.
The brave little bandit.
That's a 16 to hit your water elemental.
Oh, that actually might. Yeah, that'll hit.
Take 2 slashing damage.
Is that? I hate the acids, but is that
it's
magical
not
damage?
magical. It's not
Okay, so that's
magical, but
one.
it's 1 slashing damage. Which brings us to Borghild.
Bonus action, Zephyr Strike, so I can say, ta-ta for now. No, thank you. And then I'm gonna throw 2 little disky poos at the lady right here. At
Yeah.
Fart.
At Notia.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna throw those at Fart. Yep. She's not humanoid, I'm guessing, because she's a deity.
She is Fae.
Fae?
She's not
Okay.
a deity. But 28 will still absolutely connect, but 19 will not.
For
For
10 damage.
10, she is not looking good. Barely able to block away the second. She is not enjoying this raid at all, one bit.
Why did you name yourself after a fart?
Oh, so you're an idiot. Interesting.
I'm not the one who's named after a fart. And
I'm not the one who smells like one.
Ooh.
Fair.
Have we gone back to 5th grade?
I think you ever reached it.
Damn, are you vicious mocking everybody today or what? Shit.
Anyway, Borghild, anything else from you?
I'm gonna turn and just fart at her. And then be like, that's you! And that's how I end my turn.
Noted. For those of you who aren't aware, this is the 4th of the 4 wins that we fought. But Borghild has no reference for the other 3 wins, so there's no way that Borghild would even know about this, so absolutely. Steros the Jankan.
Okay, I leaned into it. I found it. And I just kept going.
I will never doubt your ability to find the fart joke. Steros the
What's going on
Jankan.
with this guy over here?
He is raging, and he would love to have smacked at Borghild, but unfortunately Zephyr Strike does not allow that. So, he is currently without a dance partner.
Alright, we'll just eye blast him 3 times.
Roll me some eye
Does a
blast.
19 hit.
Yes.
For 7 fire.
Half to 4.
Oh. With fire? Damn, okay.
He's raging. He's angry.
Yeah, but I didn't realize like that also affected fire damage.
Oh. Bludgeoning piercing /damage. No, I'm dumb.
Okay, I thought it was cool.
Bear totem in my brain. I'm dumb.
Oh.
17 absolutely hit. Also connects.
For 8.
For 8 more fire. Whoa, he's... Yeah.
Per se.
Did you
no.
hit the exact number he was at? I'm like, I got 1 good round out of him still, certainly. But no, just Cyclops blasting this guy now as he gaggles maniacally.
Yes.
Yes. Just screams, you know, oh, missing a dance partner. And now it's Folon.
Okay. Oh, what do I even want him to do? Alright, I want him to go away from these mean druids because they were mean to him. He's gonna go chill with his friend Nessa and
his sister.
you know,
from
okay,
Vista,
wait, how far away? How far? Oh, that's nothing. Okay, I can use a longbow. I'm gonna do a longbow shot at this one. There we go, we're back, guys. Alright, second shot. 14 hit.
So 14 does not hit. It will clink against the bark skin on these druids.
We're so back, y'all. Okay. That's all he's gonna do.
Okay, that brings us to Eliana Legide.
Yeah.
I forgot I did have music set for this, so forgive me.
Well, it's time to go hang out with some druids? Question mark. So 10,
15.
Sir, you're in the way.
He is.
Wow. There we go. So they're all there, ready and waiting.
Thanks.
And I got a whole action still to use. It's a Christmas miracle.
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna try to get this man. Pretty sure that's not gonna get him.
So 11 will not hit the bandit.
But I got a bonus action, so we're gonna try again.
Oh no.
With the blunt end. Wow, I rolled the same attack.
The 11 won't hit the bandit.
Don't worry, he'll still probably perish to the spirit.
But he does do a very dashing bit of parrying before he perishes to your 2 strikes. Is that all from you? Is Bullbug time?
Sadly.
Sadly. Alright, well, it's Bullbug time.
It's Bobo time indeed. He's a little too close, so he's just gonna get up on it and do so.
Oh,
Oh no, 10 does not hit,
Nope. Not even for Bullbug.
and a 13 does not hit.
oh my god.
Nope.
This is the scorpion.
dice.
over again.
Yeah. You right.
Is that it from Bullbug?
Yep.
Druid time, then you make some saves.
They sure do. They all make wisdom saves.
9, 7, and 4. Wow, I'm so good at rolling.
Aren't
Oh,
druids supposed to have
Oh yeah,
good
sorry,
wisdom? What
hold
the
up,
fuck?
hold up. That's way too high. That's D10s.
D10.
There we go. 4 less.
Okay. So, they don't enjoy that, but they're still alive.
Yeah, the 2 of them gotta make their tangly concentration checks.
What do they have to beat to get to this?
Well, if they failed the 19, they still gotta make a 10.
Okay, they can do that. They can feasibly do that.
Can't
Can I? 18 and a 10.
they?
Okay. Where did my cheat go? Okay. So what they're gonna do is this one's gonna step in,
Yeah, they sure are. Turn.
and this one's gonna step in too. Yeah. Swing for the first one.
Sure. Wow, what the fuck?
Bruh.
The good thing I put up Spirit Guardians because I can't hit otherwise.
Nope. So, here comes the bludgeoning with some shillelagh. 13, 21, and natural 20.
Those will hit.
Okay, 21 is 9 damage, and the natural 20 is 15. 13. I'm good at math, I swear. They just. They beat you with some shillelagh. Uh oh.
No!
Calliope, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna see. Oh, I ripped out my headphones because I was excited. I'm gonna see the situation going on over there with Nochia and be like, you know, they probably got that. Gonna take a look over at the multiple people surrounding Eliana at this point, and the little Dragonlords are now gone, and that's a problem. So she's gonna go ahead and like off-center a shatter, so it only takes like these 2 druids right here. Who knows? Might do damage to their ship too, which would be real funny. But yeah, I'm gonna need con saves from those 2.
11 and a 6. How's that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good for me, but it sounds horrible for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're probably gonna come down with a critical condition of death.
Yeah, that's 15 damage.
Is correct. Alright, well, they both just splatter from the energy of a concussive force. Anything else you'd like to do to me on this turn? Other than
Nah,
prove how
I think
bad-
that's it.
Alright.
Rectangle.
Oh, yeah, I can work on that. Please, just give me a second.
It's water elemental time.
Delete your art.
No, that makes me sad.
Okay, I did it, but it's water elemental time.
Okay, you know, just for funsies, I'm gonna see if it gets the whelm thing back. It's a recharge thing, so let's roll a
Yeah, why not
d6.
for funsies? What's the worst thing gonna happen?
It doesn't recharge. So that
Oh.
just means we're gonna do a multi
Darn.
attack instead.
Darn,
Do 2
buddy.
slam attacks.
Wouldn't it be so nice?
Yeah, the first one is just gonna go with the druid, I guess.
Oh, this is available. 20? Yeah, why
20,
not?
yeah,
Okay,
20.
sure, yeah. Ooh, look at it go!
14 damage!
Oh, wow! Death! Who knew?
Who knew? I don't know. Can he just look menacingly at this bandit? I feel really bad for him now. He was so brave and did one whole damage. I don't want to do this to him.
Kill him.
Okay.
Do it!
It feels bad, man.
Yeah, 25 hits.
25
Wow.
For 11
For
damage.
11, wow, that's all the health he had left. That's all the health he ever had in life.
They have families.
I mean, theoretically, I don't know. Maybe this crew explicitly employed orphans.
Huh, maybe.
You might have just ran through the Pirates of Penzance for all I know.
You were all
Oh, it's been
adopted
forever
orphans.
since I-
They finally had a family. You took that from them.
He was a little boy of 5 because he was born in a leap year. Anyway,
Oh my god. Well,
That
that's
being
all
said-
the elemental's gonna do.
oh, that's all right. Leo,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna try to keep on trying to smack this person. Because... yeah, the compelled is gonna help, honestly. Alright. That...
Wait for it to come through. 13 will not quite do it.
The dice are so mean.
They just... 11, nope.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I think that is my turn.
I think
Okay.
you've been cursed ever since we've started playing together.
It's
Oh.
almost, it's okay, to be fair, it's almost like he had a very bad breakup with someone who could, like, foresee fate and prophecy.
You're right. It's Versy's fault.
Okay, then I won't take the blame.
But it is Notia of the Southern Wind's turn. And she's going to take a strike back at Leo. And at Bulbug. 22 at Leo, 23 at Bulbug.
They both hit.
Okay, 22 at Leo is going to be 14, 10 piercing, 4 cold. And Bulbug is going to be 12, 7 piercing, 5 cold. As she stabs a dagger at you, and you feel not only the pierce of the blade into your flesh, but also that deep set-in chill. As she is going to use her bonus action to kind of back up here and brandish her blade at all of you. You think I have fear? I'm the notorious pirate queen Notia. There are none who may harm me.
That is true. We haven't been able to hit her.
You have, you have. But speaking of which,
Don't you put that on me.
it is Nessa's turn, what I believe is a weird situation.
Does a 21 hit?
It does. You found the magic number.
Oh my god. Wow.
Wow.
For
For
9.
9, and as she says, "You cannot harm me." Nessa just jabs right in under her guts, and this person is on. You can see they're on their last legs, like hand at their side. It's still kind of blurry and hard to keep track of in your eyesight, but very much still holding on to a blade and that other instrument that they're basically pressing into the wound.
That dagger looks kind of scurrious, so she is not going to come up towards him.
Okay. Is that all for Mesa? Okay. Borgild.
So do you want to die or do you want to like talk this out? Fart queen.
death means anything to me. I serve one who is above the gods. You will know her fury, and I will laugh at you as you enter the afterlife.
Okay, well, I don't know you. So, bye, and I'm gonna throw my 2 little discs at her. I was trying to give her an out. I don't know what these other fights with the wind gods have been like.
We have killed them all.
They've all
Yeah.
died. They're all assholes, famously. Though 28 will absolutely connect. So, if you might allow me to take control of this situation as this thing ends. The first one you throw, she deflects away and almost seems to like rejoice, but as you throw the second, it just embeds itself at her core, and just she'll slump onto the deck. As that is the last of the 4 wins. So apparently an unofficial one.
Were we supposed to kill them? Should we bring her back?
Usually they have like one of Kira's instruments.
Oh, okay. Let's take their shit then.
Would you like to loot?
Loot that body.
Yes.
Gonna loot that body. I got you.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, take a closer look. A closer look. Good lord, I can't speak English tonight.
Okay. On Notia, correct?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't seem to wear any special armor. What was particularly of note about her was soon to be her Fae abilities. Her dagger is a dagger. As you hold it in your hand, it, again, seemed like just a significant Oceanid. But the instrument is the Notos Kithara, which is another and final instrument of the Muse. This one having the ability to cast Zone of Truth and Magic Circle. Not perfect, not really great combat spells, but very useful.
Mm-hmm.
And you've sort of completed your collection, sans the one that was destroyed. But hey, I mean, you do have a God of the Forge you could contact if you needed to.
True.
And in a sort of perplexing sort of ways, you do have a nymph with hair. It's what's used to string these. Anyway, on board the ship, you find a good amount of loot. It seems that they have been paid generously. There is about 3,000 gold pieces on board, all collected. It seems like a number of chalices of like copper and bronze, an adamantine set of chainmail, some other various bits and bobs that we can get into the details with, but really nothing else will surpass your epic goods. But I will note, in the captain's quarters, you find map charts, a precious thing in the sea. And so, I'd like to get back to the constellations, because as I flip back, I would love for you... Oh, wow, I pulled to the exact right page. I feel like we should all take
It's
some.
the DM power.
There is a chart to what seems to be... Well, if I could actually flip to the correct page this time. Give me a moment. Went too far. Delved too deep. You're not there yet. Oh, you don't even want to be there yet. You can ask about 2 other constellations, though, in the meantime, as well as knowing about the constellation of the dragon and where that leads. So, I'm going to mark the constellation of the dragon and know that leads you to the island of the dragon. Whoops. But I need to know where you also intend to go.
I mean, we haven't made it to the garden yet.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we're still...
Well, you do know the path to the Garden of Helios. You are following the star sign of the chariot.
So, do we change course or do we go full speed ahead?
I think at best is just to stay the course, even though we've had multiple disturbances every time.
I'm not asking you to change course. I'm asking what are 2 constellations you'd like to know.
We
okay.
all misunderstood that. Okay.
Okay, like, hey, do you still want to go here, or do you want to pick door number 2?
You have the direction of the. You have the. Now you have a way to know that the island of Dragon is where the dragon leads to. I know everyone's shocked,
Yeah, really.
but if you want to investigate any other
Oh, okay.
constellations,
I'm actually very
What do we not
interested
know
in the
about?
Dreamer,
Ooh, I was thinking the same thing.
because it looks very obscure.
the Dreamer.
How about 17?
Yeah, a well-picked constellation. That seems to mark itself as the entrance to the Nether Sea.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Otherwise known as Charybdis.
Well, I chose one. Someone else.
What else do we not know about?
I don't know if we ever did anything with the nymph,
I was thinking the same
Or-
thing.
the blacksmith.
I think like we've gotten whispers of some of the other ones. I think so. Yeah.
Like, I know the Titan was supposed to be like Sidon's tower with.
Yeah.
Praxis. Yeah.
Um,
We can basically, I'll give you that one for free because that's basically a gimme.
I mean, yeah. I'm curious about the nymph. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Consulting the pages, you know that the nymph will lead you to an island known as the Eyrie of the Rock.
a rock with just a C or a CK?
Just a sea.
Pain. One
Both
big
locations
Eyrie.
you have selected are in the Forgotten Sea. But yeah, with that information and a fresh store of goods, you just return to course, right? I mean, for yourselves of this ship and get on the
Fixing it up.
moon. I mean, yeah. with the resources you can pull from the ship, you can patch any holes, scratches, or dents that these guys could have theoretically left on you. Not that they could have, it seemed.
The theoretical damage to the ship, because
I mean,
they didn't
honestly.
do shit.
At this point, you're really just pulling them for supplies.
Are we the pirates?
Who don't do anything?
Wait a second.
I will say,
Thank you, Heck. I knew if anyone would get it, you'd be
As-
it.
I mean, as long as you don't go to Boston in the fall. Anyway, I will say at the end of the third day, Eliana, you'd be approached by Oath. Hello, I was curious if I might take a fraction of a second of your time.
Sure, that's fine.
Yes, I understand you're a quite powerful healer in this land. You have the capacity to channel the energies here. And
Right.
first off, fascinating. I'd love to know more about that when you have a chance to really chart it out, to explain to me more. I've been observing our friend, the mage who's a bit not upstairs.
Hmm.
The one who had all about his book, and you've stuck me in a chamber with, and I've listened to his mad ravings while I work. No, to be fair, mad ravings. I mean, hey, that's sometimes a good time. But I've been perusing some literature, asking some sailor folk and other fun things. I'm curious. Are you aware with a restoration type magic that might be a bump above regular? Because I believe whatever psychological effects he might be under, that might be the key here.
Currently, I do not possess the capabilities of casting it. The other issue is I require diamond dust for it.
Diamond dust. Well, oh,
I mean, if you have a diamond and you're able to shave it, that's basically good enough.
tell you what. If it ensures me a deep night's sleep, I will be on the lookout. Just want to whisper in your ear, be a brief moment of thought passing through your head. That is it. Ah, good talks. Wow.
Do you have any idea what he might... I know it's ramblings, but have you put together any thought of what he's rambling about?
Honestly, I thought I was well traveled, but frankly, I think he's seen things that I've never seen. Or he's seen things I've never seen. Or he will see things I've never seen. Frankly, time is... I mean, I've been a lot of places, mind you, and I come from a very different place. I mean, you're familiar with that well enough. Dealing with Borghild. Word of the wise. She might attempt to make sexual advances on you. I'm not sure if you're aware, but if you're not into it, I'd say just, make use of it where you can. She's a very useful placeholder for my sign strings.
I don't think she has whomever she has or wants already. I don't think.
All right, well, good. That being said, I thought it was just friendly little bit of tete-a-tete information, and given you were so gracious with mine. I'll be on the lookout. Tell you what, my ship, the flying one, the one that was very impressive, and everyone seemed to be pause a moment and talk amongst themselves for a bit when I mentioned it. That was, if you're gonna run into any large, it's kind of more of a raptor, I suppose, but how to place it? It was quite a vulture. No, I didn't have bottom of head. No, and
Looking for a bird?
a very large one. It was very rude to me, and with the rest of my ship as well, I suppose. The crew did not enjoy their hospitality more than I did, and that's just the gospel truth, so to speak. But that being all said, if you are to encounter one, if you might take me to its nest, I might find what you want, as well as Borghild may reference to wanting to also find parts of my ship because that might also make her way home easier. I don't know. I think she was also trying to have sex with me. It's difficult to parse with her.
May I ask what a large predatory bird might have for us? For you, for me, in general?
Well, I had a number of alchemical and magical supplies on my ship. Some might yet remain, as well as whatever remaining parts of my engine that I have been working on so hard. That, I mean, I don't know if I could reasonably get you within, what is it now, 41 days time of your oath of peace. I mean, it sounds very serious, but I might not be able to get it to fly just yet, but I mean, in the future, I could leave a few diagrams, a few supplies, a few instructions.
I'm sure there's one individual who might be, at least two that would be interested probably in making your invention.
Invention is such a fantastical word. It's quite common where I come from, but I suppose I am a bit extraordinary. I'm curious if they've advanced any further since I've left. Perhaps the gears of progress have stopped. Fun to think about. That being said, I've taken up enough of your time and posed enough theoretical questions and really just potentially boggled up your timeline. I don't want to interfere further. Ta-ta, and he'll walk away.
Interesting individual.
That's any word for oath. But the fourth day dawns. 40 days remain in the oath of peace.
40?
4-0. Going in the notes. As the dawn shines, does anyone do anything in particular on this day?
I don't know. How did sleep go?
Sleep is tense. But I need you to make me another wisdom save.
Yep. Yep. That about does it. Natural 1.
I've lowered the DC in my hand too. Wow.
Well.
You feel this anticipation. It's the night before Christmas, but instead of getting gifts, you feel yourself wrapping your hand around someone's throat, and it's bloody, and you feel it gush, and then you look and it's yourself. And you're holding your own head below the waves. And you turn up again, and the sky is on fire. Your mind races. I'm going to keep you at your level of exhaustion. You have not recovered, but I will say that... Well, actually, no. You rolled a natural 1. Go
Yeah,
down
I was like,
one.
no, give
Yeah,
me more.
Go
Give me
down.
pain.
One more
Give me
down.
pain, turd.
One more down the scale. Down with you.
All right.
Stuffer.
Tougher, I suppose. Wow.
For
What
character
might change my
development.
Players. Wow.
For character development. Yay.
But in the night, Eliana, do a perception check.
Perception.
Hmm?
Okay at that. Got an 8 to it. Oh.
That's all I needed. People have been sleeping fairly lightly since someone's been waking up in spurts. It's a little difficult to sleep, perhaps, for one who kind of just sort of zens out rather than properly sleeps. And that's when you feel a sort of pull at your mind. Like something breaking into your own consciousness. Calliope would probably be the only other person to witness you doing this, as you feel yourself sort of get out of your bunk and move to a spot and check on your own dragon egg. As that shell is cracked.
Who's killing my child? How dare they?
But no. Another in the same place as a sort of crystalline beak pushes through. And out and out comes a small dragon head, seemingly almost lightly bejeweled around their eyes and head with an amethyst gem. And they look at you as they step out of the shell and find their feet. And I only have one question for you, Eliana. Do you know the words?
I don't know if Eliana knows the words.
Do you have a crown of the Dragonlords on you right now?
I have a cool laurel, but not a crown of the Dragonlord.
I could have sworn you got one, actually.
I have some other cool shit.
No, wait, no.
I don't know if anybody's gotten a crown, but I could be mistaken because my brain is garbage.
I believe in the Tomb of Xander. Now, this is in past. Ooh, wow, way back there. Yes, you and Leo both got a crown of the Dragonlords.
Oh, well, guess who didn't put that on my sheet? Got a cool hat.
Honestly, it's probably on me. But that being said, you can know the words. And simply enough, repeat after me in these quiet moments of the early dawn. I cannot possess you for you to belong to yourself.
I cannot possess you. You belong to yourself.
I cannot command you, for you are a free creature.
And I cannot command you, for you are a free creature.
We shall serve each other in the ways we both require.
We shall serve each other in the ways we both require.
We will increase our wealth by righteous means.
We will increase our wealth by righteous means.
We will achieve happiness and harmony through knowledge.
Wow, my brain just totally zipped.
We will achieve happiness and harmony through knowledge.
We will achieve happiness through harmony and knowledge.
We will aid those of our blood to achieve their great destinies.
We will aid
Those of our blood
those of our blood
to achieve their great destinies.
to achieve their great destinies.
We will avenge those of our blood who have been done harm.
We will avenge those of our blood who have been done harm.
I am blood of your blood,
I am blood of your blood,
and bone of your bone,
and bone
forever.
of your bone.
Do you say the word forever?
Yes. Whatever.
You feel a connection, a bond, an intrinsic linking thing between you and this young, small thing. Your life is their life. Their death is your death. Your successes are shared, just as you swore far back in your mind at a small wine serving inn to share your successes with others. So too will you with this thing, and it will grow and become your friend. Elian Legid, you are a Dragonlord.
I will pick up the child.
Do you have a name in mind?
I do. And I'll kind of lift them up and try to see like what little light kind of gleams off of them and say, welcome to the world, Cassius.
Dare you do that callback at us all?
You're welcome.
As you hold Cassius up, and I'll kind of speed forward a bit as the rest of you awaken or become cognizant of what is occurring. Outside of the ship, we pull back and see fog. An island ahead is completely shrouded in it. As they sail close enough, probably see through the haze. The rocky cliffs ahead form a natural plateau, elevating the island's landscape far above the water. Shrubs and other plants spill over the top of the cliff, and the strange trumpeting calls of exotic beasts from farther inland rake through. Heroes, you have reached the Garden of Helios. What fates await you, we'll find out next time. Because that's all we have for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords. And before we all sign off, I want to thank you all for being here. The chat has been fantastic tonight. Y'all are chatting up a storm, and it's really good to see y'all. That all being said, I would love to give a chance to my players to tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and where you can find more of the exceptional work they put into the world. Starting, of course, with the beginner of all things, signing on and off, Comrade Crash.
Hey. I am Comrade Crash. I played Leo Dragos, the human paladin. You can just find me here every other week. Let's sign off and pass it on to Sir Heck.
Oh my gosh, that's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Hecklet. You know, I'm here, I'm on your screen, and I played Calliope. And I'm so worried for next session now, y'all. Oh no. I'm in danger. It's fine. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter, as long as supplies last. I just hit my mic, I'm very sorry. Etc, etc, etc. Just find me as the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wear a lot of hats and go a lot of places and do a lot of things, and it's even more hectic now that my clinical year of vet school has started. So if you like hearing about that kind of stuff that I'm doing, I post a lot about that on there too. But most notably, what I'm going to be doing in TTRPGs in the near future, you can find myself and Corndog tomorrow over on Enchanting Sorcery for the return of Into the Margrave. I forget where the fuck we are, what we're doing, but, you know, it's been a long hiatus, and we're going to figure it out. It's going to be great. It's an Into the Woods inspired 5e campaign, and it's a really good time. I'm excited to be back. Then on Wednesday, you can find me over at Lantern Light Adventures playing an Old Gods of Appalachia. We may or may not have upset powerful things. We'll see what happens. It's real scary over there. So I would definitely tune in. We got a bunch of lore, and I think we're gonna use that lore next session. We're there every Wednesday, so just catch us over there. Yeah, that's me. That takes us on over to Tony.
Make sure I was... Oh, hi, I'm Tony. I play Eliana the Sheed. I have my child. Look at them. Oh, look at them. You'll find me with my child. That's about it. Definitely gonna, pet them and love them and call them George. And that's about it. We'll see it in 2 more weeks, and I'll pass it over to Corndog.
It's me, Corndog. Yep. heck, I already said all the things I'm gonna be in. So back to you, Turk.
Wow. Sorry, I'm so used to. Okay, well. Hey everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented, should you know the words. And I have the honor and privilege of being your GM for this and the past many sessions of Oathsworn, Odyssey, Dragonlords. I feel so cliche, but every episode is my favorite episode. Yeah, it's a reach.
This one's my favorite.
But if you want to see more of the work I do and I put out into the world, you're very kind and I appreciate you, and you might want to see a doctor about that. But you can find me this Wednesday for our beginning of our finale arc of By a Shadow Peace, which is a Wrath and Glory campaign right here on the Online Roleplay. Beyond that, next Wednesday I'll be over on Lost Caravan for an episode of Nova, which is our season 2. It used to be a Nova campaign, but now it's a Cypher campaign. It's a whole thing. So be ready for that. And then on the 22nd, we'll be right back here. But I do have to give a quick little shout out because on the 23rd will be our next session of Minerva Exodus, Tears of Divinity, Fading Chronicle, based off of the award-winning series Frozen Rain and the really exceptional short-run series Minerva Exodus. So. If you haven't got a chance to watch any of those, please do. If you haven't got a chance to watch all our previous episodes of Oathsworn, please also do that. Because, oh my gosh, there's so much to catch up on for just to understand the significance of what just happened. So, if you're a new fan, if you're an old fan, if you're a really new fan and you want to know all the stuff that happened in the past, honestly, reach out to me on Twitter, whatever social you prefer. I will find you the early videos in a way that doesn't support weird people.
Damn.
But look, I saved them. It was a moment of crisis, but I did it.
You're right. You're right.
That all being said, pushing out of our brains, I really hope you can join us next session. This next session, it's dinner time. I hope you can join us for the feast. That all being said, remember, most importantly of all, the bonds we forge are stronger than the hardest iron ever dipped into the fires of hell. And that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecy. Thank you all so much. If you can, stick around for a raid. We'll be shooting one over somewhere real cool. Send them our best. And we'll see you next time. Michelle, please take us out.